you raising money from investors or thinking about raising money from investors, and the thought of talking to investors gets you really nervous and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to get on a call with a potential investor or a Zoom meeting, and I just am so nervous and I don't feel good about it. I know that's a horrible feeling to have. So I'm Jenny Kassan. I'm an attorney and capital raising coach, and I want to share with you some hacks I've developed over the years because I've talked to investors myself many times. I've raised money from some of my own businesses. I've also helped a lot of my clients talk to many investors. And so there's a lot of different tricks you can use to make those conversations more comfortable. So hack number one. This hack is all about trying to do a lot of listening when you're talking to potential investors. I know that might seem a little counterintuitive because you think, oh my gosh, I only have like a certain period of time to talk to this investor about my company and try to get them to invest. But honestly, try to start the meeting as a conversation, not as jumping into a pitch. So you start the meeting and start just having a conversation. Ask them what's happening with them. Ask them, how are their kids doing? Just get them talking, and then ask them what kinds of investments make them feel really good. Like, what kinds of investments do they love making? Learn what you can about what's important to them in terms of their values, their goals, why they make the kinds of investments they make, because then you can kind of talk about how what you're doing fits with that. Now, of course, if you find out that what they love to invest in and the things that get them excited are totally unrelated to what your business is about and what's important to you, great, you can just end the call. Don't even bother going into a pitch. It's not a good fit. It's really great to learn about them and what's important to them and what gets them excited, because then you can find out, there's certain things about my company that really fits what's important to them, and you can really emphasize those things. And it's just so much more relaxing to have a conversation person to person than jumping into a pitch. Also, it really creates this feeling of, hey, we're equals. I hate to see entrepreneurs going into conversations with potential investors kind of like, oh, sir, can I please have some money? This very unequal attitude of like, oh, I'm this lowly entrepreneur and you're the one with the money. That is absolutely not the right thing to be thinking, and it's not true. Investors need you just as much as you need them. So go into the conversation with that attitude of, we're equals. I have something to offer. They have something to offer. And if it's a good fit, we'll make the exchange of two things of value. So that is tip number one. Mindset hack number two is related to that. And that really does have to do with how you go into the conversation and how you think about what it is that you're offering to the investor. I remember I had a friend who bought a box of tissues at Trader Joe's, and on the tissue box it says, I'm here for you when you have a cold. I'm here for you if you cry, or something like that. And this box of tissues, it's kind of being generous and it's offering something of value if you need it, if it's a good fit. Another thing to think about, let's say you're at a party and it's your party and you're hosting it and you have a tray full of beautiful hors d'oeuvres and you're offering this tray of hors d'oeuvres. That's how offering a tissue or offering an hors d'oeuvre, think about that as the way you're offering your investment opportunity. It's something wonderful, it's something valuable, but not everyone's gonna want it, not everyone's gonna need it, and that's completely okay. So show them how great this thing is. And if they say no, that's completely fine. It just means it wasn't the right fit for them. It's nothing personal against you. You don't have to be attached to getting a yes or a no. Just be attached to giving them a clear explanation of why this thing is awesome and why for some investors, if it's a good fit, they will absolutely want to take advantage of the opportunity that you're offering them. So those are the two mindset hacks. I would love to hear any mindset hacks you use or other tricks you use to make those conversations with potential investors more comfortable. I love to share tips on how to raise money from investors on your own terms. Check out this video for more, and this playlist for even more tools and tips and tricks to raise money from investors on your own terms.